University is not for the weak. I promise you, it is survival of the bloody fittest. I remember this guy I was chatting to, he told me that some girl robbed his passport and like tried to sell his passport. How can we all leave my friends with common? This guy's hiding in the shower. I don't know what he's expecting is gonna happen in the shower. You know the kids that get kicked out of school, they will come on their bike like this. These guys will come broom, 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 broom. Hello? Do you even go here? Do not be fooled by the image. Do not be fooled by the prostitutes, and do not be fooled by the fraudsters. If I was going into first year uni, these are some things that I wish somebody would have told me. Guys, forgive me, I'm not a super fan of how I look right now, but we're just gonna have to make do because I've tried to film this video so many times. As you guys know, I already did a couple like uni advice tips on my TikTok. Make sure you go follow my TikTok if you don't already follow that already. But yeah, I started this series on my TikTok. I was like, there's so much to say, so I might as well just bring it over to YouTube. So these are some things that I wish that I knew before I started uni. Obviously, I am a graduate now. I graduated 3 years ago with a law degree. So I feel like I'm pretty experienced in the department of being able to give you guys some advice. The first piece of advice I want to give is to get your expectations of it being like Nella Reyes out of your head, because uni is not like that. The thing is, Nella was literally just living her life, but she's not gonna vlog when she's doing an assignment. She's not gonna vlog when you've only got 2 hours left to turn in your assignment. She's not gonna vlog when turn it in is not working and stuff like that. She's not gonna vlog when the other members of your group project is not trying to do the work. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, she did vlog her experience, and uni is gonna be like that, but then there's also work. Like, you're there for university. It's not just uni, it's university. One thing I really regret not doing much in uni was making my house a home. Like, I didn't really focus too much on decorating my comm because I was just like, this isn't really my room like that. Trust me, you're gonna spend a lot of time in your room, so it's nice to like make your uni or comm homey, because it's basically home for the next 3 years. Speaking of which, I would recommend in first year that you live in like a shared accommodation so that you can meet new people, etc, etc. But then when you're in second and third year, get a studio. We don't need to be mixing and mingling with new people in second year and third year, please. I need my space. If I want to cook, I want to cook, because one thing I hated about first year is that like I would literally have to like open my door and hear if people were in the kitchen, because I hated my flatmates. They were so jarring. Like, apart from one of them, he was alright, but the rest of them were just not a cup, like my cup of tea. But if you're gonna go into shared accommodation, don't go into shared accommodation where there's like 15 people. Hated those type of kitchens. I could not live in there. I went to Leicester. There's a uni accommodation called Glassworks. Don't stay there. You're gonna be there with a bag of man and a bag of gal. Like, I don't know, too many people. Like, there literally was like 12 people in there. Like, no. Speaking of mixing and mingling, make sure you make friends with everybody. Like, don't just stick to the first group of people that you meet the first 2 weeks. That's something that I really regret. Like, I stuck to just the same group of people, and then when we ended up falling out, it was like, oh sugar, I don't really have friends like that. So I had to go remake new friends, and people were already in their groups, like their solid friendship groups, so it was a little bit harder for me. I still made a way, but it is a lot better if you make like a bunch of different friends in different areas. And also make sure you make friends with people in your course, because when you're struggling, when things is hard, they can dig you out of that hole. Another tip that I would recommend is save a certain amount of money for like November, because November there's Black Friday. There's really good Black Friday sales. I bought my TV in the Black Friday sale. Like, the TV was meant to be like £400 or something like that, and then it came down to like 200 or something. So if you know that you want to buy electronics, like you want to buy like a new PlayStation, you want to buy a new TV, you want to just buy anything that's like electronic, definitely wait for November, Black Friday. If you want to get new hair, I'd recommend, yeah, just come to uni with one wig, then you can go and do AliExpress sale. All of these other wig vendors, they're always doing Black Friday sales. So I just recommend, like, don't splash out just before you touch uni. Splash out when you're in uni, because then you'll know like exactly like what you need. Speaking of which, like, make sure you check your accommodation, what comes and what doesn't, because in my first year accommodation, it didn't come with a toilet brush, so I had to buy that separate. Another tip that I have is, before you go to uni, please take this advice, because I wish I took it in first year, because I only learned money management in like second year. You know how much SFE you're gonna get, you know how much money it takes for you to live, okay, to be able to live right, not having to struggle. So budget your money monthly. You get that huge lump sum of SFE, learn how to split it into 3 until your next SFE, or until you next go home, which is what, Christmas, October money, September money, November money, December money. By December, your money done dry up. I would say I'd really highly recommend working before you touch uni, and then you'll be all right during uni. Like, stack and save like 500 to 1,000 and you'll be okay. And that 500 to 1,000 is only if your parents are not going to be giving you money, because I was lucky enough where my dad was giving me a certain amount of money every week to be able to fend for myself. I got cut off in second year. I had to find a job as soon as possible. It was peak. I was out here doing warehouse jobs. Warehouse is not fun, guys. Like, I wasn't even doing proper warehouse, like lifting boxes and stuff. I was doing flower picking. So I was literally crying, blood, sweat and tears. I was literally bleeding after every 12-hour shift. And my job, they took us to the location, but it was like a 2-hour bop. And you don't get paid for that 2-hour bop. So it's a 12-hour shift, but you're only getting really paid for like 7 or 8 hours of it. So just, if you can avoid having to work at uni, avoid it. Like, just avoid it. And trust me, there's gonna be days where you're just not gonna want to go. There were so many days where I'd literally get ready for work, put my lanyard on, put my high-vis jacket on and be like, babe, I'm not coming. Because I used to go to work with my friend. I'd be like, babe, I'm not going, babe. I'm not going. She'd be like, oh good, because I wasn't gonna go either. The best like warehouse job is probably DPD. That's the easiest one. You just have to scan and move boxes. One thing I wish someone taught me was to take advantage of the buses, because the buses in the Midlands, so cheap, like so cheap. It's like £3 for like a week pass, and you can use the bus as much as you want. Stop wasting your money on cab. Like, save your cab for like nights out, but if you know you're going to do shopping and Tesco's is quick, take the bus. Don't spend all your money on cab, because yeah, you're seeing £5 cab, £7 cab, but it racks up, and when you're now hungry, you're going to wish that you never took that cab. The next thing I'm going to tell you, nobody else is going to tell you in their video, don't be a slag. If you know that your parents didn't give you no freedom, do not go to uni and now start freeing up the pum pum, freeing up the ton ton to any and everybody, because you will have a reputation for that. The fact that I remember this story is brazy, but there was a girl in my uni. She was known within the first week of uni. This wasn't even freshers week, because our freshers week was the week after everybody moved in. She was known for having sex with 7 men in 5 days. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. If you've never had freedom before, don't be so fast. Yeah, don't be so fast. Take time, rest your front, okay? Please, you don't need to free it up to anybody and everybody just because you've never been able to do it before. Another big piece of advice that I wish I knew, do not let everybody and anyone in your room, because I have story times for days. Like, I remember this guy I was chatting to, he told me that some girl robbed his passport and like tried to sell his passport. Don't just let anybody and everybody into your room. Not everybody needs to go into your room. Not everybody needs to know where you live in uni. Like, I know everybody lives close by with each other, bums, we're all friends. Like, you get close to people really quickly in uni because you're going to be seeing them all the time and you're going to be spending a lot of time with them, but don't trust everybody. Like, not everybody's to be trusted. You can chill with people in your kitchen, you can chill with people outside, you can chill with people in McDonald's. Like, not everybody has to come to your room so quick, so fast. Another tip that I have, to try and eat as healthy as possible in uni. Like, if you saw me in first year, I suffered the consequences of trying to order Domino's every single day. Guys, when I tell you I was fat and it was ugly, it was disgusting. I don't even know how I got man. I'll be so real, I don't know how I got man, but I still did. Pretty on any side. Pretty when she's skinny and pretty when she a fatty. Let them know. Manage yourself. Like, it's not everyday Domino's, it's not everyday Burger King, it's not everyday bagel stop. Like just because you have the money and just because the food is close by, cook. Just cook and like, what's the word where they put the food in the fancy containers and they're like meal prep. It's really hard to just cook for one day. Like, I can't be the only one that, I don't have to just cook for one person for one day. I have to cook for a whole crowd. Hey, family. Like, you're probably not gonna find your husband in uni. I don't know anybody that found their husband in uni. You might be that special one in a million, especially in first year. Just enjoy your time with your girls. Like, get into a habit of going to your lectures. Guys, I promise you, the minute you miss one lecture, you will just start to miss lectures, and you will have attendance of 15%. Don't get into that habit of just missing lectures, because I promise you, you will end up just never going to a lecture, never going to a seminar. Go to your lectures. Like, don't be like me, go to your lectures. You know what's mad? There's a lot of self-taught doctors, a lot of self-taught lawyers, and a lot of self-taught therapists out here. My next piece of advice to you is just stay out of the passer, especially like in the group chats, because there's going to be like, before you go to uni, group chats. Just stay out of the passer. It's just a lot of drama, it's a lot of beefing. Like, I remember the first day we touched uni, there was a fight in Superdrug. Why? Because of the group chat passer. Don't be that girl that's known for her wig flying off in the middle of Superdrug on the first day of uni. Why? Because you want to chat like you're bad in the group chat. Because now your wig is on the floor. Somebody even just grabbed your wig like that and ran. So what are you gonna do now? Now you're wigless. That was your only wig that you brought to uni. What are you gonna do? That's one thing you're gonna clock, is people are so secondary school. Like, people don't grow up. Like, people do not grow up. Like, there's gonna be boy drama, there's gonna be girl drama. It's literally sixth form and secondary school all over again when you go to uni. Just mind it. Just don't involve yourself, because if you get involved in the mix-up, take it from me, if you get involved in the mix-up, it will hinder you. Like, because now you're thinking about drama when you should be thinking about your exam that's next week. You should be revising where you're thinking about my man that slept with 15 other girls. I remember this guy, he was moving to me. Something told me, don't chat to this guy. Like, I'm not on it. This was the first day of uni. Someone told me not to do that. My friend went to a motive the next day with her boyfriend. Please tell me why she randomly met a girl in the club. The lock screen was a picture of her and that guy. So many of these uni boys have girlfriends. Do not be distracted. The last piece of advice I have to say is expect yourself to change. Throughout the whole 3 years of uni, you start when you're 18. Some of you start when you're 17. You're gonna start uni and then you're gonna leave uni and you're gonna be a woman or a man. Like, you're gonna be a whole different person. Expect change. People say things to you like, oh, you've changed, you're different now, whatever. Who cares? Like, you're supposed to change. In 3 years, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to be a new person. And don't do drugs, kids. I'm being so serious. In uni, you will literally just step out of your accommodation and there's going to be a dealer. There's going to be somebody, oh, do you want 3.5? Do you want a Benz? Do you want a Benz? Do you want a Benz? And it will start from a Benz and then you will now be a person that's buying 3.5 every 3 days. You know you're the type of person that you're easily influenced. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a couple more videos coming up that I have planned, so don't you worry that. But make sure you guys comment, like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and make sure you go and follow me on TikTok as well. But until the next one, bye guys. Mwah.